Hi, I'm Paul
Hello,
Catani.
I'm Paul
This
Catani.
video presentation
This video
will provide an
presentation
overview
will
of
cover
the
installing
Attestation
the
toolkit,
Attestation toolkit,
what it is, and what it can do for you. While this
prior
presentation
to
is based on
installing the
version
toolkit,
4.2,
there are a number of
the information is generally
pre-configuration
applicable
steps
to
that we
all
need to
versions
take.
of the toolkit.
In this
These steps
presentation, we'll
include
discuss an
creating the
overview of the
paycodes
Attestation
and
toolkit,
comments
what it
that
is
are
and what
used
it's
with
for,
daily and
how it's
period
used,
approval,
how to install, and
enabling
how to
API
configure.
access through function access control points. The Creating a Attestation toolkit was
user-defined
initially
field
designed
to
capture
capture
the
the
attestation
to
group the
assist
employees belong to
employers
in creating
complying
the
with local,
appropriate
state, and
custom
federal
WPK
laws.
site properties
However,
file
it's
entries
evolved
over several releases to provide a framework that
The
allows
following
employees
five
and
pay codes
managers
are
to
used in
engage in
daily and
conversation.
period-based approval.
This dialogue is
This
recorded,
day approved,
and if this day
available in a number
rejected,
of
this
different
period
reports.
approved, this period rejected, and week worked. These pay codes should be
Employees
visible
are
in the
asked
main
to
area of the
respond
time card,
to
questions,
reports
or
only.
exceptions based on certain conditions. And
There
a
are
manager
6
is
combined pay
notified
codes
of
to
the
be
employee's
created.
responses.
4 of the
Managers
combined
can then
pay
record their
use
responses.
the daily
All
and
of this
period
information is
approval
available
pay
in
codes
detail and
populate
summary audit reports.
The ATK hours
For example,
worked
we
pay
may
code
ask an employee
will
when they
use
punch out
whatever
at the
pay
end of
code
the day
is configured
if
in
they
the
took an
system
uninterrupted
to track
meal
all
break during
work
their
hours.
shifts. And then
The manager
finally,
is
the
notified
ATK
of the
period
employee's
worked
response
combined pay code will
takes
take the
the
appropriate
week
action,
worked
which may
pay
involve
code.
simply canceling
Again, these pay
deduction,
codes should be
or
visible in the
actually
main area of
transferring
the
the
time
employee
card
to a
and in
new work
reports
order.
only.
That can be configured within the
There are 3
timestamp
default comments
functionality
that need to be
itself.
configured.
Meal
All of
taken,
these
meal
interactions are
taken,
then
and
available in detail.
These comments should be available for punches and pay codes. You may wish to create additional comments at this point in time
The
if
Attestation
you will be
toolkit
using those
is
comments in
comprised
My
of
Timestamp
many
or
different
My
modules.
Approvals. The
For
My
example,
Timestamp module
you may
provides
ask an
configurable
employee to
punching
enter select a
functionality
comment
for
when they are
employees.
submitting a
Again,
punch
we
request
can ask
with the
questions
reason
based
that
on
punch was missed.
certain conditions, such
Or
as
a
did you
manager
take an
may be
uninterrupted meal
asked
break
to include
if
a
their
comment
shift was
when
longer
approving
than
or
6
rejecting
hours.
an employee request.
We may want to ask if they
Something to
donned
consider
their
is that a
safety
comment can be used
or
only one
sustained an
time
on-the-job injury.
per day.
Additionally,
card.
we provide
So if we
functionality
expect
to
punches and
conditionally
pay codes to exist on the
ask
same day
questions or
that may
restrict
need to
punching,
use
we
an
can
identical
redirect
comment,
an employee
we
to
actually need
daily
to
or
create
period
2
time review
versions
if there's
of that comment.
unapproved
One
time.
that would be used
We
for
can
the punch
configure the
and
system
one that
to
would be
cancel
used for the pay
deductions, change work rules, or add pay codes. And we can require manager approval or response.
Next, you want to create a bonus
in
rule
regard
that matches
to
the configuration you
punches
see here.
We can configure an
work
in pay
punch
code that we
that will
previously
verify whether or not
configured
the employee
is
has
used
spent
to
enough
trigger
time
on
his
his
ATK
ATK break
hours worked
and advise them
work.
that they are
This
returning
is
too
used
early
in
and are unable
recording
to
to
return for
count
lunch.
period and
And you
daily
can see
approvals.
that interaction here. Next, we'll want to create a custom defined field label to capture the
Attestation
employee
toolkit
group
also provides
that will be
advanced
assigned
approval
for attestation
daily
or
comments.
pay period based. With this advanced approval, employees can actually reject
There are
a
3
period
entries
or
that
a
need
day
to
and
exist in
provide
a
a
custom
reason and optional note.
_WPK site.
These rejections are
file.
routed to a manager.
The
and
first,
manager can
site.external.api.information.approval text
We can
provider
actually
equals
configure actions to occur on previous pay periods.
myapprovalstatement_provider
We can configure
provides
the
the
text
pop-up
that will display
entry
to each
upon
group of
approval of
employees.
time cards that contains the attestation
And while performing their
text.
daily time review,
The second
employees
entry
can also
enables
submit
debug
requests
level
for
logging
missing punches
for transactions performed
in My Timestamp and through the web.
after
And
an
the
employee has
final
submitted
entry
a missed
enables
punch
in-touch
request.
level
That
debugging
request is
logging
routed to the
for
manager
who can
in-touch
access that
transactions.
through any platform.
We recommend
available
enabling
in
these
touch,
during the
tablet, or
initial
PC,
installation process
and respond
and
appropriately.
having them enabled throughout test and user acceptance.
The
They
approval
can
of
be
missed
disabled
punches
when
is
moved into
accomplished
production
through the My
if
Approvals
performance is
workspace.
concerned.
Employee
If
exceptions
the
that can
custom
be routed
WPK
to
site properties
managers
file
for approval
exists,
include
we
missed breaks,
simply add
punches,
these entries to that
periods,
file.
or days
If
that
it
have
does
been
not
rejected,
exist, we have to
your
create that file
standard
in the
time card
directory noted
exceptions,
here.
and
KRONOS
other
WFC
information such
applications,
as whether the employee was
WPK
injured.
properties.
Was
in
the
installed
employee
drive.
engaged? We may wish to ask if the employee wants to rate their shift. They may be presented with
Employee
a
transactions are
policy
actually
statement on
performed
safety
using
or asked
APIs.
to waive
So we need to enable
particular rights
API
or
access
benefits.
for all managers and employees who will be using ATK.
My approval allows configuration for flexible actions.
Once we've
A
completed
manager
our
can
pre-configuration,
approve
we can move on
to
to
the
an
employee's
installation.
request.
How we install
These
ATK
responses
will vary
can be
based
ad
on the
hoc or
version that we're
predefined.
installing.
We
Earlier
have the
versions
option when
used a more
configuring the
manual
transaction in
process
my
than current
timestamp
versions.
to hold that transaction until the manager has approved it or put it right into
For
the
version
timestamp.
4.0
We
and
can configure what
earlier,
information we want
extract the
the manager to see,
contents of the downloaded
and these
file
approvals can be accessed from a
to
Genie,
C
InTouch, mobile, or
KRONOS
tablet
deployments
device,
release, where C is the install drive for KRONOS.
I mentioned there are several components to the attestation
After extracting the
toolkit.
files to the
They
appropriate
consist of the
directory,
time card
launch
confirmation
configuration
tool,
manager,
which provides an additional
select
pop-up
modify an
containing
instance,
affirmation
and add
text
the
about
products
data in
by
the time
selecting
card.
all the items
My
listed.
timestamp, which provides
The actual list that you
punch
see will
functionality
vary
for
based on the
employees.
version of
Time
ATK
review,
that you are
which
installing.
provides daily
Just
or
make
pay
sure that you
period
check
based
all of them.
review. In the daily time review,
In
employees
version
can submit
4.0
punch
and
corrections.
4.1,
The My Approvals framework,
we extract the
which
files
allows
instead
managers to
to the
review
KRONOS
punch edits,
directory,
employee
where C is
responses,
the
and
install
requests,
drive.
and respond appropriately. A robust set
After
of
extracting
detail
the
and
files,
summary,
we
you will
will
see that a
reports
KSS folder has been created, and the ability to print
Inside
from
of
that
Smart
KSS folder. There is an install ATK 7.
Here we see the time
batch
card
file.
confirmation tool, which provides
Locate
the
that
additional
file,
approval
right-click
statement
on it
when an
and
employee
click
clicks
Run as
on
Administrator
Approve.
in their time card.
The batch file will launch a
My
command window that will
timestamp
complete
provides
the configuration
configurable
tasks
punch
in
button
Workforce Central.
options
You'll be asked
employee
to enter the
interaction.
instance of Workforce Central on which you want to deploy
and is
ATK.
available in Smart Views,
You will be asked
mobile,
whether you want to
tablet,
install
and
the
quick timestamp.
KSS authorization controller. Usually you'll answer yes to this. And then
Here
you
we
simply
see an
wait for the
example
process
of
to
some
finish.
of
The
the
command window
possible
should
configurations
close
from
when
my
the process
timestamp.
completes.
We can ask an employee whether they took an uninterrupted meal break during their shift, or whether or not they sustained
In
an on-the-job
4.2, we
injury.
still extract the files.
My
to the
timestamp
KRONOS
functionality
directory.
is assigned to employees.
However, after the
through
files are
profiles,
extracted,
so we can
they will
configure
create
different
an
questions
ATK
for different
subdirectory.
employee groups.
In that ATK subdirectory, you will find an
Time review
install
provides
ATK
employees with the ability to
executable file.
review pay period or
Right-click on
daily
this
information
and run as administrator.
and not only approve, but also reject that information.
Again, a command window will launch and you will be asked which instance of Workforce
Daily
Central
time
you
review
want to deploy
provides employees with the
ATK
ability
on,
to fix missing
whether
punches,
you wish to install the authorization
and is the
controller,
replacement
and then you'll
to
wait
what
for
was
the
called
process to
end of
finish.
shift functionality in earlier versions of the toolkit. After the installation is completed, we want to
Here we see
run
the interaction for
create
correcting
suite
a
missed
missed
punch.
punch script. We'll need to
In
locate
daily
the appropriate
approvals,
database vendor
when an
or
employee
for
sees a
SQL
missed punch
version
and
2005,
clicks on the cell that contains the missed punch, a button will appear
These
that
scripts are
allows them
found
to
in
fix
the
that
KRONOS
missing punch.
deployments release, custom comp staging, web server comp scripts directories.
That
Versions
missed punch request is then routed to the
4.0.1
employee's
and
manager,
earlier must
who can
also
take appropriate
execute the ATK custom URL script. Next, we'll need to
There are a
identify
number of
the
reports
database
that are available
ID
in the toolkit
for the
as the
custom
toolkit
defined
evolves.
field.
So
We
we
enhance
will
or
create
add
and run.
reports.
So be
A
sure to
select
check with your product
star
documentation
from
on
custom
which
data
reports are
depth
available
query.
in your particular
After
version
you've
of the
done that,
toolkit.
note the database ID for the attestation
This is an example of the
field
My
and write
Timestamp
down
summary
that ID as
report,
we'll need it
and you
later.
can see we provide information about what question was asked, the answer that was
Finally,
given,
we
and
need
what
to move
percent
the
of employees
reports
provided
that
are
are
located
located
in the
KRONOS
We also have a
deployments
detailed
release,
report that
custom
provides
comp
more detailed
staging,
information
web
about
server
training.
applications comp/reports directory, and copy them to the KRONOS
Here we
WFC
see screenshots of the
reports,
My
other
Approval
reports
summary
directory.
and detail
The
reports.
total number of reports will vary by version.
Once you've completed
Another
all these
module in the
steps,
toolkit is
start
Smart
Workforce
Printing,
Central, which provides the ability to send a receipt for print jobs. Now that installation is complete, we can proceed to configuration. And we now support Google Cloud Printing. This table shows the availability of the various components of the toolkit. Notice that the only standalone component is the time card confirmation tool. All other components of the toolkit require that the entire toolkit be installed. This completes this module of the Attestation Toolkit overview.